All right, back today with episode 6 in my Lost Albums, Bruce Springsteen's Lost Albums reviews, doing them in order of, I think, the quality of the albums. Number 1 was Streets of Philadelphia Sessions. Number 2 was Twilight Hours. 3 was Inyo. At 4, I had Faithless. And at 5, I had Perfect World. Today we're reviewing number 6, and that is Somewhere North of Nashville, Bruce's country album. I do think there's a pretty big gap after the first 5 albums down to 6, and another significant gap down to number 7. What I would say in summary of Somewhere North of Nashville, it's half of a really good album, maybe half of a great album, but the other half not so much. I think that I don't know if he didn't have enough songs when he put it together. Some of the best songs on here are really good. I think Under a Big Sky is an outstanding top 50 all-time Bruce song. It would have gone really good if he had put the orchestra treatment to it on Western Stars. I'm kind of surprised he didn't, given or maybe it wasn't written. And I don't even know it would have been written. So it's just a great song. I really like Poor Side of Town. It's got a very Bruce/country vibe to it. Blue Highway, another original that I think is excellent. Silver Mountain has some cool whistling and really good music. I really like that one as well. There's 5 new original songs on here that we haven't heard before that I think are really, really good. I think the one I didn't mention is You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone. And there's a 6th song that actually is better than it was in the version he eventually released. Somewhere North of Nashville, the title track, was actually released as part of Western Stars. I thought it was a weaker song on that album. It actually fits better here. I like the country music with it. I think it's excellent. So 6 really good songs. There's also a cover song on here, Tiger Rose, which is either way. I think it's okay. Nothing special about it. And then there's 5 songs on here that for one reason or another, I just don't think work. I'll call them the Man Trilogy. Bruce has 3 songs on here, Repo Man, Detail Man, and Delivery Man. I wonder if he thought about making a whole album of Man songs. We'll do Trash Man, Pool Man, Policeman, Fireman. I don't know. But, to me, none of them are particularly good songs. They sound similar, although the more I listen to them, I realize that's just in my head. The music isn't identical, but they have a similar. For a second, I thought, my God, he wrote the same song 3 times and just changed the title. So that's not really the case. I just don't think any of the 3 songs are particularly up to Bruce's standards or the standards of this entire Lost album collection. So that's 3 songs that I think bring this album down a little bit for me. The other 2 that bring it down a little bit are he has done remakes of 2 of his own songs from the Born in the USA era in a country version, and I have nothing against that. What I do think is that he made them both worse in the process and took away what made them special. Janie, Don't You Lose Heart was always been one of my famous kind of B-side, rarer Bruce songs. I think it's a beautiful song. He redid it in a country style here, and not only that, but he took out one of the unique things that made it so special. And all in between all the choruses and verses, when he would go, no, 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 those are gone. They're all out of the song. The song is not as good as what's already been released. It was released as a B-side to one of the singles from Born in the USA. It also was on Tracks 1. It's been done live a bunch of times. Don't know why he put it in this country version, and he didn't add anything to it. He took something away from it. Second one, kind of the same thing, is Stand On It, which was maybe the fastest vocal song Bruce has ever had. And in fact, I know it has. Again, it was a B-side from Born in the USA. It was on Tracks 1, has been played live a number of times. I saw it live actually once in Charlotte. Here it's slowed down a little bit for the country version, which just takes something away from it. It's just not as good as it was in the original version. So that's 5 songs for me that I think just kind of aren't necessary and don't really add anything. I don't like when Bruce redoes a song and makes it worse. I don't know why. Just one of those things, like, you already had a great piece of art there. Why do you want to do it another way and do it something different? Sometimes he redoes a song and it adds something to it. I love the acoustic version of Born to Run that he did back on the Tunnel of Love tour. I think that's amazing. It got released on a little EP there. I love to listen to it. I think some of the songs he redid with Seeger Sessions, like Open All Night, I think is outstanding. Like, I'm not opposed to him doing songs in different ways, but here I don't know, he took away what made them special to me. So I don't want to come all the way down on it. I'll go back to the beginning. I think there's 6 really good songs on here, 5 of which we've never heard before. And if you're just going to listen to one song, you should listen to Under a Big Sky. It's special. It's a really, really high quality song, country song. So this is the first of the lost albums that were true albums that I would say it's good that Bruce didn't release them. I think if Bruce had released this country album, it wouldn't have gotten particularly good reviews. It would have been a little bit of what are you trying to do, and maybe a little bit of where's the rest of the album. So still glad he released it. Still glad I got the 6 songs, the 5 new ones, plus Somewhere North of Nashville that I didn't really that I didn't know and they weren't in this version. And I think there's some really great music here. Everything can't be a home run, but Somewhere North of Nashville, Bruce's attempt at a country album, comes in at number 6 for me. And then we're going to wrap it up with number 7, which obviously is going to be the LA Garage Sessions 83. So that's the one. And I'm preparing for that 7th one in a couple days. I looking forward to talking about that because, again, I think it was worth releasing. Just not as good as the other 6. So that's where we're at. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.